Welcome back to Green is Good. This is the Green Festival edition of Green is Good. We're here in beautiful New York City, New York, and we're so excited to have with us today Peter Yuskauskas.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to be here today.
Thank you. We're so excited to be here at the Greenfest. We've had a tremendously exciting time just seeing all these smiles on people riding the electric bikes.
Peter, before we get talking about the electric bikes that you sell, let's talk a little bit about your story.
Sure.
How you became the owner and the CEO of NYCeWheels.com.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of a funky, weird story. I moved to New York way back to study jazz performance at the New School.
Wow.
So I actually have a degree in performance on bass, and so I was like, okay, what do I do to make money while I'm in the city doing my art? Okay, so I'll work at a bike shop. So I started working at NYCeWheels, and sure enough, this was much more fun than like trying to bust myself making music. And I still love music, but this is a way to have passion and be involved with cycling, and also make some money on the way.
Where'd you grow up?
I'm from Boston.
You're in Boston.
Yes.
And now you're living in New York.
Yes.
And you're the owner, you're CEO of NYCeWheels Bike Shop, but Nice is spelled N-Y-C-E.
Yeah, New York City Electric Wheels.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so, let's talk a little bit about NYCeWheels. What year did you found it?
NYCeWheels started in 2001, and actually I'm not the founder or the owner.
Okay.
But I am
You're
the
CEO. Okay.
And so I was running the shop for the last 3 years, and I've just sort of taken over the operations. Yep.
And what do you? And is this only electric bikes there, or you do other things too?
We specialize in everything that's really fun that regular bike shops don't sell. So electric bikes, folding bikes, kick scooters, and even electric scooters.
And so you have a physical store.
Yep, we're on the Upper East Side of Manhattan.
Where exactly? Give a call out.
85 in York Avenue. Come by, take a test ride.
NYC in the house. But you also have a website.
Yes, so we do a lot of e-commerce, so you can always, if you like our products but you're not in the New York area, you can go to NYCeWheels.com. We ship all over the country, and everything that we sell is fully assembled, so it's ready to go right out of the box.
So we have right here in front of us one of your electric bikes.
Yes,
the one you brought from the show.
One.
The coolest one. Talk a little bit about the coolest one, so you can inspire our audience members in the United States and around the world.
Okay, so this is the Stromer ST2. This is the latest in electric bike technology. It's designed in Switzerland and made in Taiwan, and it has a lot of cool features. And the first one is the most basic. It helps you automatically whenever you're pedaling. So when you go out and you're biking, what is it that you worry about? You worry about hills, you worry about sweating, you worry, can I go the distance, will I keep up? Well, with an electric bike, this is taking care of all of the negative factors for you. When you're climbing a hill, it's just like the sensation of pedaling a regular bike, but you have supercharged legs. Somehow you're just rocketing up the hill 20, 28 miles an hour. And with a battery like this one, it's actually a Tesla Technologies lithium battery. You can do 50 to 100 miles on a single charge. So, you don't have to sweat, you don't have to work too hard if you don't want to, and you can still get that workout. You just tailor it to be exactly the way you want it with the settings right here on the handlebar.
So, what are we talking about here? What's this here in front of us?
This is your battery. So this is what's powering you, and that is a lithium-ion battery, and you recharge it by plugging it into a wall socket, just like a laptop. And it takes about 5 to 6 hours to recharge, and on that, it's going to help you for your 50 to 100 mile ride.
While you sleep.
While you sleep, while you're at work,
And these keys are the keys?
So the keys lock the battery in place on the bike, and you can pop that out to charge it on or off the bicycle.
So this is just one of your coolest bikes that you sell.
Right, so one of the coolest things about this bicycle that is unique compared to any other electric bike we sell is the GPS and cell phone integration. So just like some of the high-end electric cars these days, you can have an app on your phone where you can tailor the settings of the bike, you can make it faster, slower, more responsive, less responsive, and then you hit apply, and this actually sends the signal up to the cell network and back down to configure the bike exactly the way you want it.
So if I'm a guy who likes to think about my health, and I like to get exercise,
right.
I think, wow, if I buy this bike, that's wonderful, but is it cheating?
Exactly. So this is a big preconception that everyone thinks like, oh, an electric bike, that's cheating. Well, you know what it is? It's more fun. You get out there, you go out more often, you don't have the same strain, you don't get exhausted. So instead of going out for a bike ride once a week, now you can do a 20-mile bike ride before work every single day. Get that fresh air, have more fun, and...
Isn't there scientific evidence, Peter, that people use an electric bike more than a regular bike?
Yeah, for sure.
So it does really get more use.
Well, it's like instead of getting a super high intensity compact workout, you get a more low intensity, easier workout that you can do more often and keep up for like a longer duration of time.
Right. So how is it going? You're here at the Green Festival today here in New York City. What's the reception been compared to what you thought the reception would be coming into the festival?
You know, we typically have done more like tech, car type trade shows, and I didn't really know what to expect coming to Greenfest, but we've seen just a fantastic response. Everyone we get out there is signing our waiver and checking the box, nope, never ridden an electric bike before. And I got to say, some of the people taking off, it's like, whoa, this is incredible. And then they come back and we see their smiling faces, and everyone's just blown away by the concept of a bicycle that will help you automatically.
What's the age group that should be riding this kind of bike because it's an electric bike and things of that such?
What we tend to see is folks that are, late 30s and up, who are riding the bike. People who, have been into cycling, but they want a little help or they want to get into it for the first time and they want to get rid of that fitness barrier. I think, it is a pricey product as well. It's $7,000, so you do have to have a little bit of money to get it.
Right.
So that definitely cuts some people out. But yeah, it's generally older folks or people who just want to get that extra boost of assistance.
When did you start selling this at your store?
Yeah, this is a very new product. March 21st was the launch date. We've sold almost like 15, 20 bikes. And again, we ship them to Texas, to Florida, California. We also have a lot of customers in Jersey and Manhattan.
So you're the U.S. distributor for this bike?
There's actually lots of other Stromer dealers.
Okay.
We just happen to be Stromer's largest dealer and one of the few that will actually ship the bike to you ready to go.
Do they have other lines of bikes that you sell also for them?
Yes. So we have the ST1, which is the original Stromer. We have the ST2, which is the latest model. And then NYCeWheels actually specializes in this. So we have all different brands of electric bikes, from full suspension electric mountain bikes to motor kits that you can install on your own bicycle if you want to get that boost on the bike you already own. So there's a whole variety of different stuff, and it's all there on the website too.
What do the sales look like? Are they growing year over year at Nice?
Yeah. So we've seen a tremendous steady growth over the years, and since I've been there, I think we've already grown more than 60% since I started about 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in terms of your sales year over year?
Year over year, yep.
Holy Toledo. Do you do more online, or do you open up another physical store? How do you get the word out there more?
So what we try to do is we try to have an expert staff of a few people that can really walk you through, what is the bike, what does it do, is this one good for me or is that one good for me? And we prefer to have that small team who's real experts. So what we do is because we can ship anywhere, it gives people in Kansas, Wisconsin, California, Florida, wherever you are, if you don't have an e-bike specialist, you can come to NYCeWheels and get it from us.
Wow. And so, if someone goes online and they want to look at your different lines of bikes, if they go to NYCeWheels.com, and again, to learn more about electric bikes and of course NYCeWheels bikes, you go to www.NYCeWheels, but Nice is spelled N-Y-C-E, New York City Electric Wheels.com,
exactly.
NYCeWheels.com. What are the top green or sustainable reasons to be buying one of your electric bikes?
The first thing I would say to you is if you like cycling, this is the most fun that you'll have on a bike consistently. You can get out in a park, and even on a day when you're not quite feeling up to it, you're going to be flying around the loop, doing 3 or 4 loops when you might have only done one,
And they're allowed in the park?
Okay, here's the rub.
Okay.
They are actually illegal in New York City. And there's some legislation now that's moving through that could come to legalizing or regulating them.
Okay.
Under federal law, an electric bike is legal up to 28 miles per hour, as long as you have to assist it. So none of the bikes we have a throttle. You're always required to pedal with it, and it just adds power on. So
under federal law, this is legal.
Yes.
Under New York City law, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. But can I ride this on the streets of New York?
We have customers for the last 10 years riding these, and to be honest, I've never had someone get a ticket, except for one lady. She was running red lights, dodging through pedestrians, and
she was due a ticket.
For it,
She was asking for it.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be the police officer pulling over someone on an electric bike in today's day and age.
No, probably not. I mean, most times when I am talking to police, they're just kind of like, wow, that thing looks cool.
Yeah.
We're going to get one, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably the police force eventually going to end up buying some of these as well.
Yeah, it would actually make a lot of sense.
Make a lot of sense,
There's
frankly.
police forces in London and Switzerland that have fleets of this ST2 Stromer.
That would make a lot of sense. What other reasons should I be... Okay.
Another thing that cyclists are concerned with in New York is theft. So you have this really expensive bicycle, do you have to carry like this massive honking lock around with you all the time? Not with the ST2. That's because if someone steals your bike, you can lock it into theft mode. And what happens in theft mode is it locks the rear wheel, brings that thief to a stop, and then they can't go further. The lights are flashing, and it reports the GPS location every 10 minutes until the bike is recovered. So there was actually a story in Wired magazine. One of the first people to buy the ST2 in San Diego had it on their bike rack. They went up to a Starbucks or coffee shop, whatever. They came out, and it's the first day, and their bike is gone. So they're like, wow, I hope this works. They pull up their phone, they get into their Stromer app, and they get over here to control. And then you can see you just click enable theft mode. So if you press that button, it's just going to lock up the bike, tell you where it is, and then you say, hey, cops, here's the VIN number, the description, go find the blinking bike with the guy struggling to push it along. So they actually recovered that bike within 1 hour of it being stolen.
Wow.
It's pretty intense. And
that
you know
was
what
a pretty What did he say?
The thief said, this is one of the most incredible bikes I've ever ridden. You know, after he's been arrested, he still can't stop thinking about riding the bike.
Wow. So that's another good reason to buy one of these bikes.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And now, lastly, I'd say tying it into Green Festival.
Yeah.
You have here a vehicle which can assist you up to 28 miles an hour. You can do 50 to 100 miles on a charge. So it really becomes a vehicle more than a bicycle. You've got integrated lights, you've got fenders and a rack. So it's the kind of thing that you can ride every day as a commuter. And to charge it up, you're using about 50 cents of electricity to get you your 50-mile ride.
Talk a little about Stromer's success already in Switzerland, and do you see that success eventually replicating here in the USA?
I think one of the things that Stromer has done, which is really incredible, is taken a concept, package it in a gorgeous frame, like a really beautiful bike, and then give it all of these features that really make it practical and usable. You know, people can get excited about cell phone integration, they can get excited about the assistance, but they're never going to get excited about anything that doesn't just look really good. And so Stromer has done that. And so they've actually become the largest, one of the largest electric bike companies in Europe. And there's a kind of a different attitude in Europe about electric bikes. They see it much more as transportation. They see it as a healthy option compared to cars, a less expensive way of getting around. And I think that attitude is becoming more and more prevalent in the United States, especially with more bicycle infrastructure here in New York and in cities like Portland and Austin, Texas. And when you have more people out on bikes instead of on cars, everyone's just going to be happier. Right.
That is awesome. And for our audience out there, if they want to come up to your store,
yes,
it's
85th Street and York Avenue. You can take the 4, 5, or 6 trains to 86 in Lexington. You can also find us online at NYCeWheels.com or give us a call. We can definitely help you figure out what's the perfect electric bike for you. And if you just want to ask us some silly questions, we'd be happy to hear them.
And everybody's like you up at NYCE, whereas they're real experts.
Right. I mean, the thing about NYCeWheels is the electric bike isn't the sad little stepchild in the corner product. It's not like we love to sell our road bikes and we'd be happy to talk to you about electric. This is what we do. This is what we love to do. And we want to make sure that you get out and have fun.
Well, we're so happy that you joined us today, Peter. You are obviously,
thank you so much.
You are obviously an ecopreneur, sustainability superstar, and living proof that green is good.